So we're going to go hide, and we are going to be sharing our screen here. Share screen here, share, stop sharing. Okay, so we are sharing screen here. We hope this is beautiful and that you can see everything here. I don't know what that New Year's celebration is, but we're gonna pray here. There we go. Okay, now I got it. Okay, so back office goodies, everybody, in technology during the pandemic. How's everybody doing today? And then I'm going to do one more. We got Nick on board. Hey, Nick, how's it going? Thanks for joining us, Nick. I am going to go right into our show here. Okay, so we've got a beautiful show today. I've got to get to Seattle after the show. I'm going to see the virtual Van Gogh today, and that's going to be fun. That's going to be super fun. And Sir Rodimus, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm still twiddling around here getting this image dialed in right, but I'm good. I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me on again.
Are you going to stay with a creamsicle background, or are you going to give us a virtual background?
That is a virtual background, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. With a shadow?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I'm just using blur, and there's it's blurring a shadow back there. So see, if I were to take this off.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
No, watch. If I go like, oh, well, now I don't know how to do it. Here we go. Watch. If I do here, this is what it normally looks like.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And this is with the blur.
Okay, that's with the drywall. Okay, so everybody, we're at Weeds Day. We're acting like we've already puffed, but you guys, if you have, let's see, you can't see me because I am in a different program here that has my my freaking poster up there. So I'm going to make my poster, and there's Jeff Eichen. Okay, and that's my name. Don't wear it out. And you know, what you say is what you are. My name is Jeffrey. I am blah, blah, blah. Okay, so today is Pure Hemp Day, and Pure Hemp, these are rolling papers from the old days. And remember rolling, everybody? Remember rolling a joint? When I was in New York a couple weeks ago, we were at the pop-up store, and it was so beautiful. In fact, I'll give you a walkthrough on that really fast after we play our intro, and we'll have some fun today. And then we're going to watch the full movie, and I'm going to get out of here and go to Seattle. So I love you all here. So let's roll right into this, and I'll show you some pop-up store and how they taught us to roll a joint at the pop-up store, you know, in this really great art store in New York that was incredibly just like popped up. You know, it's a store that's empty and somebody takes it over for an art project until they rent it out. So it was really beautiful, and it was all about prisoners. And I got to meet Steve D'Angelo there and have photographs with him. So I'll show you those in just a second, really quick, so I can get you caught up in the update. I was going to read the news, but we can't wait to have our holiday movie and just get along with it, because it's about 55 minutes. So here we go. So I'm going to go and share my screen. And thank you, Rod, for stepping in and sharing with us today. Do you have any updates for us?
Not at the moment. No, thank you.
Okay, snatch the pebble, dude. I mean the bud. So we're really blessed to have Rodimus, my buddy of what, 40 years now?
Almost.
What the heck? You know, 1983. You know, Cirque du Carlo.
Right.
What? See, like who would know? Cirque du Carlo.
And you were on the airplane that I got married on and jumped out of.
John Travolta's airplane.
Right.
Right. What the heck? You know. So
a leap year day of 1984.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to share our screen here, everybody. I'm going to get my audio perfect on this, optimized for audio. We are sharing screen with the universe here, and we're going to show our intro right here, and here we go. That's Robert Fussfield in the middle there, next to Mary Magdalene. Hello, everybody. It's Weeds Day with Jeff Eichen, your host, and we are on IBM TV, smart television. We're not on IBM anymore, everybody, but we're using an old holiday greeting. Your prisoner a letter. So tune in, and we'll tell you how to do that on Weeds Day, noon Pacific time. That's 12. And Michael Thompson is home. Welcome home, Michael Thompson. Peace sign. Happy holidays. That's our new peace sign. Hold it forward, everybody. No gang bang. There's Grasshopper. Yay! So you can order at ramastagoods.com the Last Supper with everybody with the bong at the Last Supper table for Christmas. It'll get to you on time. I have them here. Hey, everybody. And today we're going to watch Reefer Madness. Can you believe it? Just about 5 minutes ago, I made this, everybody. And so I'm so blessed to have technology and to be able to set up here. But I promise to show you a little bit of my my world here with the pop-up store. So I'm going to go to my Zenfolio, which shows all of my work here. And you can order prints from this site here. We're in the back office, everybody. And I'm blessed to have Rodimus today. And we're going to show freaking an incredible movie today that you just won't believe. You won't believe Reefer Madness when you watch the whole thing. I've never really kind of watched the whole thing, but it's going to be fun. So
it's a downer.
But we laugh at it because we're really moving through it right now. So I'm going to show you the new Stone Age. Okay, this, can you believe it? This is in a store, everybody, in Manhattan. And this lady, which I'll show you her in a second, Sasha, was brave enough to pull this off. So I'm going to show you and get this as big as I can to make it as professional as possible, because my director behind the set always tells me to get rid of all the goodies. Okay, so this is the new Stone Age. This is the beautiful Bong Center, the T-shirts, and they talk about the history in this art exhibit inside. Like it's like a 2-story space. Look at how beautiful they made this. There's even a prison room. And we did a whole photo shoot with Steve D'Angelo and Sasha. And this just proves that we can speak up and we can share with the world, which we are right now. We're sharing to Portugal. And there's Sasha and me. Nathaniel, the person that was that I gave my fisheye camera to, loved that lens and that camera. And so he followed me around and photographed us. This is a heart that she had commissioned made, and these are some of her employees. But this is a beautiful art exhibit. I'm in there playing with one of the exhibit panels, and she teaches everybody about the injustice that we're having, and prisoners are still in. This was teaching us to roll a joint. So there shouldn't be any stigma. There shouldn't be any illegalness about this anymore. And we don't need to call anybody out, you know, this regime versus that regime. We just need to change things. I am not committed to saying F to anybody who's running the show and not getting it done. It's up to us to show that people are committed. Look at this. Big Pharma's a drag. The truth hurts. 2.5 million Americans with opiate addictions. So this woman's phenomenal and beautiful. And that's me, obviously, in the middle there. And the war on drugs, Mr.
What's the mindfulness wall about?
mindfulness wall is there are little pegs here, and you can move the pegs around, and then you can write something down here. It says, take a moment, deep breathe, ground, and be present. So we can be in the space to help to eliminate what we're trying to talk about, getting prisoners out of jail and ending prohibition. So just amazing this whole afternoon. I'm going to go through this really fast here. And there's Steve D'Angelo from the Last Prisoner Project. He's a superstar and in the industry, going to the White House and assisting us. When I drove down the street, I saw this, and somebody told me what that was. Do you know what that is, Rodimus?
The Empire State Building.
And so I looked at it and I went, and I visualized, I got into a mushroom stupor, and I saw Kong with Fay Ray climbing that thing while I was photographing it. I said, whoa, did Kong really climb that whole thing? You know? So here's a beautiful store at the that I'm sharing with you. And it's just really beautiful, and my pleasure to have been in this incredible space. So you too can speak out and do your best in life to share with everybody this episode today. It's going to be a legacy, this episode, because it's going to be on here forever and on my Facebook forever. And well, unless they take it down because I'm showing, reefer. But the bottom line is that you too can be a legacy and do your own thing in a store like this. There's my friend Alexis of 30 years, Brock's sister, and she came down, and Steve D'Angelo. So
she was Basquiat's roommate for a long time.
She was Basquiat's roommate. Yes, she was totally. She made his book and his traveling show.
The museum came to her house and removed an entire wall from her house because it had a Basquiat painting on it, and then they rebuilt the wall so they could take the wall with the painting and reassemble it somewhere else. I think in a museum. Yeah. So
they took her daughter's wall out and propped it up, and then rebuilt the wall for sure. And they also got the refrigerator door that he painted. He painted. Yeah. So anyway, so this is incredible time with Steve D'Angelo, and the time that we had in the in New York. There's one of my photographs.
Go back to that scooter.
Okay.
That scooter?
Oh, that scooter was a homeless guy, and he said, and
that's amazing.
And he said, you got to pay me for that photo. And so I gave him $1.
All these people are seeing it now, his artwork. So there you go.
Yeah. So be mindful, everybody. Have a great day today. And then watch this. I got one more thing to share with you. Does anybody know what an NFT is? I'm doing NFWT, and this is my project here, everybody. It's a sneak preview live. And so NFWT is the URL I got. That's non-functional weed token. Fungible, non-fungible weed token.
Yeah, it's functional.
Yeah.
It's just not fungible.
Yeah, it's very functional. But I made this, and I'm going to be dropping these in a few weeks before the first of the year, I hope. And these are all my photographs from my grow and my local farm. And so each one of these takes me about an hour. There's 100 images in there because I have to put the frames around them. I have to make the photographs beautiful and swirl them and have my attempt at making incredible photographs for the NFTs that we're going to drop. And the money is going to go to the Prisoner Project to make $30,000 for each prisoner for when they come home, that they can totally have a gift from us, because we don't know if the government's going to be giving them any money when they come home, which they haven't so far. But we're going to hold money for you for your food and for your shelter. But I'm going to go back to to show you my latest ones that I did last night. And there's 100 of these, and these are the ones I've done this week here. So have a gander at these beautiful, beautiful plant that people are in jail for. And there we go. That's Elliot's special. Elliot sent me some seeds from Hawaii, and we germinated them. And so here's my psychedelic kaleidoscope. And then the photograph I did this week, just the night before last. And then the lights are actually Christmas lights that I zoomed in on. So this is a beautiful, beautiful bud here. And that is just about it, everybody. Why don't we show you a kaleidoscope here?
I like that one. I like the face in the middle of that one. There's several faces.
That's the kaleidoscope dragon. That happened at about 2 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, that well, yeah, it's a kaleidoscope or mirror, right?
That's a mirror, yeah. I call them kaleidos, you know. And so I was really, really blessed to have the Canna Angels bring me that new. It'll be a new series, but they're for my NFTs, everybody. So as we navigate, let's see if we still have Nick is still in there, but he's on mute. So hi, Nick, and we're gonna go back here to Rodimus and begin our movie. So hey, Rodimus, I got a 2-hour drive to my friend's house, and then we're gonna go see some Van Gogh tonight, and we're gonna have some Ethiopian food.
I miss Ethiopian food. I haven't been able to find any Ethiopian food here yet. I know it's in Paris, but I don't get to Paris very often. So, but that's such a great cuisine. So great to eat with your hands. The teff, they make the teff like that big pancake or crepe that you take pieces of, and then pinch the different foods with it, and they make a great vegetarian.
Oh, totally. When I showed Howie, my dad, who was right there, when I showed Howie, we're at a festival, and I brought some Ethiopian food from a booth and in LA or wherever, and I gave him a piece of teff, and he put 2 eyes in it and put it on his face, and he says, "Oh, that feels so good," because it's spongy and it was cold. And my dad's pretty funny. So miss you, Dad. Love you, and Mom too. So let's get into a movie. Anything you want to say about your experience over the years and how this movie was a total lie?
Well, I can tell you that my mom, for example, who's also passed away, she was very anti pot. And even though we all lived in Hollywood, and some of the people that she wanted to be friends with, and I remember hanging out at their house, when they would light up a joint, she would leave, and she would take me with her. And it's like, I was like, why are we leaving now? Not because I wanted to smoke. I was too young. I'm talking about when I was like, 8, 9 years old, stuff like that. And I always thought these.
What years were you, Grasshopper? How old?
Can I just finish my story first?
I just want to know how old you were in context.
Yes. Okay. So if I was 9 during the story, I got cast as Grasshopper when I was 11.
Okay.
11,
Okay.
Yeah. So this was before that. But anyway, just to make it short here. Yeah. So I always thought these people, of course, this was the height of, this would have been 1968, 69. This would have been the height of, no pun intended, of the hippie era in LA. So we're talking about, right near Laurel Canyon where these folks were. I just remember being there and just saying, these people are fun. They're nice. They're different, and then we would leave, and I go, why are we leaving? They're smoking marijuana. I'm like, is there something wrong with that, Mom? It's evil. It's the evil weed. I don't think she used that word, but it was a real stigma. And so that was kind of odd because I liked the people who smoked pot, but we would always have to leave. But then she was still friends with them. So anyway, so my first THC experience was actually associated with Kung Fu. You've probably heard this story, but I haven't told it in a long time, and certainly I'm not on your show.
Okay.
But just to say that, well, it's not the most ethical way that it happened, but David Carradine and his girlfriend, Barbara Hershey, were on their way into the party that was celebrating the pilot becoming a series. And my mom and I arrived at that same time. I was like not even 12 yet. And they were carrying a big tray. Him and Barbara, they were carrying 2 trays. And we walked in. I go, what's under the foil? Oh, he said brownies. I said, oh, brownies. Oh, I like brownies. So anyway, later I walked into the kitchen. Him and Barbara were there, and he offered me a brownie. And so I ate a brownie because I like chocolate. And then later, like not a long time later, I went in there. I snuck another brownie. Ate a second brownie. And then things started to get a little strange, and I did not know what was happening. And there was at this house, it was this nice house up in the Hollywood Hills, and this guy had a pinball machine, and I was playing pinball at that time, and I just like latched onto this pinball machine and spent the next 3 hours or so just like hanging on for dear life on this pinball machine. And people would come by and go, hi, Rod. And somebody like, hi. And I'd be like, no, don't look at them. Oh my gosh. No, okay. I'm gonna play the pinball game. Just play the pinball game. And then as we were leaving, and I was just like, woohoo. I was like this. I went back to the kitchen, and David was there, and he goes, hey, Rodimus. Him and Barbara were there, Barbara Hershey. And he goes, hey, Rodimus, you know those brownies you ate? I go, yeah. He goes, those were marijuana brownies. I'm like, oh. Because then all of a sudden 97 changes went through my head because, it was like the horrible thing that my mom said. And then here was the star of the show who I was working with, we were the same character. I was the young version, he was the older version. And he's telling me that I just ate marijuana. And that's why I appreciated on one hand him telling me because I didn't know what the hell was going on, why I was at the pinball machine. But he and Barbara were kind of amused. And so, that's something you don't want to do is to give THC to people who don't know that they're going to do.
So this is the lesson of life you're sharing with the public out there. Be generous, but also be careful.
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing, okay? And I just realized what a full circle this is. Okay, so that was my first exposure, right, to marijuana, to THC, right, through marijuana. And oddly, I've been living in France for 5 years, but 3 years ago, I went to LA for a business trip. The only time I've been back to the States since I've lived here. And I was staying at my friend's house, I won't name, who's an actor. And I just had an afternoon to myself. And his wife said, oh, help yourself to anything in the fridge. If you want to eat something, just fine. And I thought, I'm going to go see a movie today. I haven't seen a movie in a movie theater. So I went to the fridge, and I'll just eat something. I ate something, and then I grabbed it with these little cupcakes. Oh, those are cute. So I ate a cupcake. Oh, those are really good. Oh, I'll eat a second cupcake. I had a second cupcake. I went to go see Toy Story 3 at a nice movie theater. And about halfway through the movie, I'm going, why do I feel like I smoke pot? What's going on? Okay, and I just dismissed. But then the movie was really great, And so I came back from the house, and I go, I feel high. And they're like, oh. I go, why do I feel high? And they said, well, because did you eat those cupcakes in the fridge? I'm like, yeah. I go, oh, well, those are edibles. I'm like, oh my God.
Pot cakes.
and that's the last time I've ever had THC in my body. So the first time and the last time were both unknown to me through a pastry.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So everybody, don't give your children pot brownies. This is a public service announcement. And I'm going to blow the Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, and also make sure that your house guests know what is an edible in the fridge and what is not, so that you don't surprise your house guests the way I got surprised. It's not that I enjoyed it. It's just that I didn't know what the hell was going on because I didn't smoke. But anyway, so that's the irony. It's just
okay. So with my trip to Seattle today, we got to get a move on here. We got a full movie to play, and if it gets too late, I may shorten the movie. But we're going to experiment, everybody, today. And Rodimus and I are going to laugh our heads off and try to get with this. I may even, imbibe behind the scenes, but that's my personal preference. Bottom line is that you take care, You have a safe holidays, everybody. And here comes some Reefer Madness. And Rodimus and I are going to try to navigate this with my driving the computer here. And everybody, I'm going to do the best I can, but we're going to talk over it and laugh, and we're going to stop the movie maybe and come back in. We'll see. Maybe we'll just let the movie play and we'll just talk over it, and I'll pause the movie because I don't want to have the movie like restart and try to find it. But if we're looking at the numbers, maybe we can figure out if I lose it, where to get back to.
We're gonna go all Mystery Science Theater 3000.
We are going 2021 Space Oddity today. So welcome aboard, everybody.
Wow, that's right. It's been 20 years since 2001.
Ooh, oh my God, you're right. And yesterday was Pearl Harbor Day. So go figure. Okay, so we are now, did we share our screen? Are we sharing our screen, Rodimus?
Yes, I see a tunnel of love.
Okay, so here we go, everybody. Get ready for full screen action here, and hope you can hear us. And
perfect.
Everybody, are you ready? Roll a big bamboo, sit back and enjoy it. And if you're watching the repeat, we love you, everybody. We're coming for you, prisoners. Happy holidays, happy holidays. And Jeff and Rodimus, Parag, Grasshopper, Snatch the Bud, we love you. Here we go. How's it look, Rod?
It's perfect.
Hey, and I can hear you. This is great. I'll be back. Oh my God. Are any of these people still alive? This may startle you. Frightful. And a menace. Not Dennis. I love the lettering. I don't even have that in Photoshop, those letters.
Don't forget, it's a violent narcotic.
Oh my God, uncontrollable. Laughter. What's wrong with that? And people are in jail for this, everybody. Oh my God, inability to direct your thoughts. Check the music out.
Incurable insanity.
Actual research. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy.
Ghastly. It's a ghastly menace.
Oh my God.
I would have walked out the movie theater at this point. This is just too much to read. They have to do this, and there's something wrong with this. Oh, here we go. Now it's an action movie. It was a book before, now it's a movie.
See if we can find a date.
This is when the war started, everybody. That's how long the war has been going on. Check that out. What was the year of this movie?
1937.
That's how long, so man, it's been like quite a long time. 90 years.
You
years.
and all other school parent groups about the country, and you must stand united on this and stamp out this frightful assassin of our youth. You can do it by bringing about compulsory education on the subject of narcotics in general, but red marijuana in particular.
Was your mom in
That
there?
is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen, to lay the foundation for a nationwide campaign by you to demand by law such compulsory education. Because it is only through enlightenment that this scourge can be wiped out. Out of the traffic in these drugs, a
And exactly
lawlessness
the
that we
opposite
can
is true.
scarcely estimate has grown and is now flourishing. It
It's only
exists
through
in
enlightenment
almost
that this
every
marijuana
city and
can be
hamlet
free.
in the country. It might be interesting and important for you to know some of the methods used
So everybody
to
who's
control
watching
drugs
this
in
and
the
just
country,
tuned in, this is not
and the
real.
work of the forces of law and order, which are daily combating the traffic, always at the risk of life by their agents. This ceaseless fight against the drug traffic is directed by the
I've never
Department of
seen a
Narcotics.
colorized version before, Jeff.
All right, it is colorized.
I have received a letter of vital importance from a member of the Narcotics Bureau. I'm going to read this letter to you. My dear Dr. Carroll, the suppression of the use of marijuana and of the forces lurking behind it are the most important jobs this department is now engaged in. At the outset of this letter, there is one vital fact I would like to submit. There is a powerful agency. I speak of the school parent associations of this country, which can be invaluable in stamping out this scourge. Their help, their eternal vigilance, could be the deciding factor in our fight against it. The weed marijuana is grown in every state in the Union. Recently, in the city of Brooklyn, New York, a field of marijuana was found behind a tenement court. The weed was here being cultivated, regularly stripped and dried and sold in schools.
That's in Santa Monica?
Government army posts in and around New York. The dried leaves and berries are ground up and made into cigarettes by a simple hand machine.
Oh, that's a nice machine. Look at that.
I can say it's nice that they're showing us how to make.
That's
it.
a nice machine. Look at that.
This is an instructional video.
Let's go on eBay and get one of those machines. Look at that thing.
Drugs such as opium, morphine, and heroin.
All right.
They are hidden in fake jewelry.
That's Christmas dinner for the feds.
In the heels of shoes. Women's shoes especially.
Oh, right.
Because the drugs can be
Especially.
treated in false heels. Hollow shaving brushes are another.
Thanks for all these good
Hooks
ideas.
with false are often used. Watch cases are convenient hiding
Look at
places.
that.
The value of drugs
see?
thus seized is enormous. Recently, a huge supply of heroin was taken. It was concealed in an apparently harmless shipment of 30.
Nice cut job on the barrel.
The deadly drug was burned in an incinerator of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. And more vicious.
Wonder if those guys
more
got high.
deadly, even than these soul-destroying drugs, is the menace of marijuana.
So what's interesting
No
here is
doubt
that all
many of
these
you do
drugs
not
were being
believe that
Hang on. I'm pausing.
1930s, which means there was quite a bit of drug trade going on back then. See, I've never seen this part of the film where piles and piles of heroin and cocaine.
Oh
and
my
everything else.
God. Has anybody ever seen
So
that?
clearly, people were into using that, in large quantities, even back in the 30s.
Oh my God.
Cannot happen to you. You may also believe that the facts have been exaggerated. Let me tell you of something that happened right here in our own city. You probably read about it in the papers. However, I'll give you the real facts behind
Isn't this
the
guy so appealing? You just want to like do what he tells you to do, don't you?
Right. He's the one I want to believe. I want to believe this guy. In a pinstripe double breast.
Okay, wait, here's the story now. Okay, no, wait, here's the story. Okay. All right. Now we're watching a movie instead of a lecture.
Right. Well, propaganda. It's all prop. Oh, she's stoned. What's going on, doll?
Come on, May, get up.
What time is it?
Time to get up and give this place a going over. Looks like the Marines have
Yeah, get up and clean the place. What's wrong with you, woman?
You better get on the job.
Make me dinner.
Maybe up this afternoon.
Get a job, clean the house, woman.
Oh, why don't you button up your lip? You're always squawking about something. That's more static from radio.
Always squawking about.
You got more static than radio, he said.
Wowie. Always squawking about something.
You got more static than radio.
That's a good line.
Is that two people or the mayor?
It's risque.
Maybe the filmmaker is stoned.
This was actually after the Hays Code. I think the Hays Code was already in place during this. So, yeah.
Is he paranoid because he smokes too much?
Yeah, that's very, very risky.
That's very risque. Yes, going up the woo woo.
This is just to turn guys on in the movie theater.
No, but it's marijuana movie. It's propaganda. Oh, party alert. Can you see my little thumbnail
Yeah.
of me? I can't see mine.
What kind of a joint is this, Eddie?
Oh, it's all right, Gwen. They probably had a party last night.
Oh.
What kind of joint is this? Oh, there we go.
A couple of your customers, May.
Yeah? They're old enough to know what they're doing.
Couple of your customers.
What did you bring up here?
All right, all right.
Businesswoman.
Listen, I'm gonna blow.
Where are you going?
I gotta make some deliveries, and I'll probably drop by Joe's place and bring back a couple of the kids.
Oh, I wish you'd lay off those kids.
Oh, why don't you get over their complex?
What?
Really giving her a hard time.
He's got that all wrapped up and
Got a
special,
nice brick there. Yeah.
all wrapped up.
How?
Don't go native. You
I
can.
like the colorization. I think it's cool.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Oh, by the way, Ralph,
Pastel-y.
I'm sort of getting a little party Saturday afternoon over at my grandmother's. You know, the place with the swimming pool? Like to come? Thanks, Eddie. Maybe I will. I'd sure like to have you. Okay, I'll probably drop over. So long, Ralph.
I sure like to have you.
This is
Hey,
why
Ralph.
the 18-year-olds all wore
Hi,
suits.
dear. Fine, Jack, and you? Oh, great. Where you headed? Oh. Hey, how do you like that?
That, the object,
They're looking at the
The
car.
one I was telling you about.
I hope.
Very nice.
Very nice wheels.
I don't know why you want to make such a fuss over that Ralph Wally. Oh, he's a swell swimmer.
But that proves some things never change.
Yeah, that lets him out. My dad knows his family. None of them.
I like that green
My
suit.
mother just got a divorce from Paris. Yeah? You know, Ralph runs around pretty much on his own. He's been in a couple of jams.
Nice hairdo.
Trying to say hello to him.
Look at that flip, dude.
He's a little too old for it.
Do you have one of those?
What?
One of those hairdos with the flip
Hey, Ralph.
in the
How are you,
front.
Ralph?
Oh, hello, Ralph. You know my brother Jimmy, don't you?
How are you? Well, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine, Jack Perry. Mary, Bill. No,
How do you do?
Glad to know you. We're going over to Joe's place. Why don't you come along? We have a date to play instead of double. Oh, you can play anytime. Come on, we'll have some laughs.
Oh, we can't today, Ralph. Some other time.
Can I go along with you? Sure. Hey, I'll see you.
Nice
there.
miking on these people. Hollywood.
Jimmy.
At least she's driving.
I like that car. Yeah, she's not stoned. What's this, the butt shot of the guys? Oh, here's more butt shots.
No, it's to be able to cut to this shot.
To the party.
Remember, this is a movie. Everything is highly planned.
All right. Nice hairdo.
Hey, he ain't no paper.
Why don't you know you're not hot finger girly?
Look, he really swings out hustle. What's the jive? You want to do it?
Do I?
Sure. Bunch of whiteys.
I was expecting us at the apartment a little later. Any new prospects?
Maybe.
So next we're going to have the evil behind the door. I guess I did see this before. Did you know there was a camera in the closet?
He's like obviously a really serious addict here because he's starting to act crazy on the first puff.
You just finding that out?
Look at these nice two healthy kids, and this guy is just going to ruin their lives now. Watch this.
Why can't we go now?
Sure. Hey, kids, we're
I
having a
think-
party up at my girlfriend's apartment. Wouldn't you like to come? Oh, I'd love to. You want to come, don't you?
I think marijuana is the gateway drug to the munchies.
Clearly.
And to lovemaking and couch lock. I mean, come on. Alcohol's legal, everybody. This is Weeds Day, everybody, with Jeff and Rodimus. We're playing Reefer Madness.
Yeah.
It will make you make art. It will make you make art and be creative.
I know.
It'll let you see through the veil of illusion. And we don't want that. We need to control everybody.
Well, it's a menace. Uh-oh.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's sweet of you to help me, Bill.
Well, I'll try anything except domestic science.
Shall I fast forward it?
Something about running your own school.
No.
No. You know, after that session we had yesterday, I went home and told Mother that the trouble with her pot roast gravy was she hadn't added 3 heaping teaspoonfuls of olive oil.
What did you say?
She didn't say anything. She just threw me out of the kitchen.
Well, I don't wonder. Hello, children. Hello, Mother.
Hello, Mrs. Lane.
That was sweet of you, Mother.
Gosh, hot chocolate. Thanks, Mrs. Lane.
I know you can't study on empty stomachs. Now then, enjoy yourselves. He will.
She will too, Mrs. Lane. May I?
Oh, thank you, kind sir. You're so very, very kind.
Until the menace.
Before we do that,
Wait till the menace.
Ruin their lives.
don't you like
The
it?
Bible? Did he bring the Bible?
You know, when I studied it, I kind of think of you. I just sort of feel as though you're there beside me.
Or is that Rumi? He's going to read her a Rumi poem.
So listen. It is my soul that calls upon thy name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night. Like softest music.
Lovers' tongues by night.
Romeo,
My dear,
what o'clock tomorrow shall I sing to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then.
Bob's happy.
Well, I'll see you tonight, Mary. Bye, Mrs. Lane.
Goodbye.
He didn't have any of his chocolate. He's going in the water. There you go.
Yeah, that's without marijuana.
Bye.
Right.
Bye. Oh, Julie.
Here comes the brownies for the kid.
Hey, Dad, you got anything for me? Every night. Have you?
There you are.
What made you so late, Bill?
See, they were training consumerism back then. You got anything for me, Dad? Grandpa?
I'm not walking with this girl. Bill's got a girl. Got a girl.
Mom, make him cut it out.
Junior. Well, Bill has got a girl. Why? I put that candy away till after dinner. And you shouldn't have given it to him. Well, he has got a girlfriend, and her name is Mary.
Yeah, I'll shut you up.
Her name is Mary Jane. Mary Jane, everybody. Is this a Woody Allen movie, Rodimus?
No, it's just showing how wholesome this family was
Oh, until the evils.
before the reefer came and ruined their lives.
Sounds like you want something. Come on, what is it?
Well, it's my model airplane. It won't work. Gosh, Bill, you can fix it. You can fix anything.
Okay, I'll fix it.
That reading for you, will you?
Yeah, here we are.
I hope he's not going upstairs to sniff some glue.
Mary told me to wait and tell her she had to go home. Her mother wanted her to go to the dressmaker with her. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Must be getting grown up. He married us to have the car. Yeah. I think anyplace? I wasn't going anyplace in particular.
Wonder how they do rotoscoping and painting.
I'll buy you soda. I never drink this stuff. Well, gee, I'll buy you something else.
Doesn't
Okay.
even touch soda. He doesn't drink that stuff. Soda. L7.
Squares.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Jimmy.
They won't be squares when they had marijuana.
I heard soda is a gateway drug.
This is a long intro to smoking.
How's Mike?
Fine. We're going up to apartment later.
Couldn't Bill come along?
Look at those giant straws.
Bill, you get a kick out of it. Thank you. Thanks.
Oh, come on, Bill. Mary
Soda
won't
and
be jealous.
cigarettes are okay.
Sure, all the kids will be there. It's cheap. Well, I don't know. I really sit down. Well, okay.
Some crazy piano player. They used to call it gauge back then, too. Gauge, right? G-A-G-E, gauge. That was one of the euphemisms.
Hi, Deb. Hello, Jack. What do you say? Oh, okay. Yeah, come on in.
Oh, Bill, don't stand there.
I don't feel comfortable here. People are having a good time.
I'm Meg. This is Bill Harper.
Beware of women with prints on their dress.
You say so. All right, listen here.
She's the big pusher.
Grits?
She's the madam.
There's a new one in the bay.
Yeah, Bill Harper. He's all right. Martha's got herself out again for him.
Not bad. I didn't think you had that much taste.
She knows what she's doing. She's got Ralph enough about her, and now she's got her hooked up for this new kid.
Hey, we haven't any more smoke. You better run over and get some.
Why couldn't you find that out when I was here this morning? Now I've got my car in the shop.
Well,
Out of cigarettes.
that kid out there, Jimmy.
What's
He's
happening,
got a
Jeff?
car. He'll take you.
Jeff, you push the button, Jeff. Earth to Jeff. Earth to Jeff. Movie's not playing, Jeffrey.
Okay, hang on.
Hey,
You
Jimmy.
got a text. You got a text and it
No,
wiped out the movie.
you're out of it for a minute. You've got a car, haven't you? There you go. Yeah. let's
I
just-
stepped in the other room to get my laptop.
Sure, come on. Okay.
Here they go. The menace.
No, thank you. Well, here we go.
That one's okay.
Okay.
But not reefer.
Oh, man, don't forget to...
Wait, maybe that's reefer. Maybe she's handing out joints.
Oh, here. If you want a good smoke, try one of these.
Try one of these. Try one of these, everybody.
What's interesting is that this was apparently back in the 30s and 20s. If this is in any way accurate, that means that all these young people were already smoking marijuana again, because movie is trying to obviously to vilify it, to make it a bad thing, which means that it wasn't a bad thing before this era. It was acceptable amongst, semi-affluent white people. So it wasn't so, because in the beginning of this movie, they showed posters of, uh, it comes from the darker side of town or whatever. And, clearly that's not the issue. So, this was like, these were normal college going kids, successful, but they smoked marijuana. And I don't understand what's wrong here. Go ahead.
Okay, hang on just a minute. So I'm gonna go boom, boom, boom.
I thought you were scared. Of course, if you're afraid.
If you're afraid.
Okay. This is the moment when this guy
I know you like
turns
it
from
really
a
well.
conservative, nice kid. This is it. This is the end of his life, starting right here. Nice realistic laugh. What you doing, Jeffrey?
Did we lose our? Oh, we got it. I'm on my laptop.
Just be a minute, kid.
Hey, Jack, get me a cigarette before you go, will you? Hello, Jack.
Hi, boss.
How's business?
Getting better every day. Those kids sure go for it. Well, had to run over a couple more cartons. Ran short today.
All right. Yummy? That's 10 gross, Jack Perry. Who? Pete Daly. All right, send him in. It's all right, there we are.
I want to talk to you.
All right, go ahead. Jack, go for it. What's the beef?
Listen, you never heard no beef when I had to sell that rotten gin.
We're after the dough, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't need dough that bad. Taking 2-bit pieces from kids.
There are millions of 2-bit pieces just begging to be taken. Don't be a dope.
I'm just dope enough to draw the line selling hot for kids.
All right, Pete. You know what my policy has always been. The boys are not satisfied. I'm always glad to have them retire. Retire permanently.
Oh, okay.
So long.
I only wish you had a couple of kids so I could get out.
All right, Jack, pick up your stuff from Danny. They'll be ready by now.
Okay, boss.
Hey, Jeff, I got a quick technical question for you.
Yeah,
Let's go, Jack. I'm red hot. Better be careful how you drive.
yeah.
All right, I'm moving. I'm able to move around my little box that has your image and my image in it. I'm able to move that anywhere I want to on my screen. So
Oh, great.
My guess is, does anybody else see us?
Yes, everybody does because I'm on my laptop and I'm watching it on my laptop.
Okay, so you can put your image anywhere you want on the screen also.
Yes,
correct?
yes.
But nobody else can do that, right?
I think they can move it around, but no, they can't move it around because we're going on to Facebook. They're just seeing it on Facebook.
So okay, so when I do this and move this around, do you see this happening? What I'm doing?
Hang on, let me go look here. Hang on, let me go back here. Facebook here. Boom.
Sorry, folks. We're just trying to solve a technical issue.
Okay, so move your thing around.
I am. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so I'm going to move mine around. Let's see. Oh no, I have to do that in Zoom, so I can't move it around. So we're good. Thank you, everybody. I just don't want to lose my hard drive. It just fell off my laptop, and my new invention of hard drive bungee cord is going to be on the market in January. Okay. So that saved my hard drive. It just fell off right now and just hung there. Okay, so I've invented something. And you know what, everybody? Get some big bamboo rolling papers. It's harvest. Go knock your socks off and watch the rest of this absurd movie, but fun. Rodimus and Jeff, Weeds Day. Love you, folks.
However, the first thing you know, you'll be ice cold. Take it easy, kid.
Yeah, I can see me in the corner. Yeah.
I love this because I always try to find out where this actually is. I'm trying to identify streets. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Marijuana.
Oh.
Marijuana.
See, marijuana doesn't kill people. Cars kill people.
Mary, you're not eating your breakfast again.
No, it takes your eye off the road.
Haven't been around lately. Anything wrong between you
Yeah, it's
two?
probably not the best
Why
idea
shouldn't
to
there be
drive.
anything wrong?
No. Everybody be responsible when you're smoking, but let's get our prisoners home.
I'm sorry, Mother, for snapping at you like that. Don't worry about it, dear. Why didn't you speak frankly to Bill? He'll be honest whatever the trouble is. I'm sure Bill Hopper never lied about anything. Yes, that's right. Bill's mother says he never lied. There, you see? You think it'd be all right if I speak to him about it? Why, of course.
Is that marijuana wallpaper?
Well, the colorist thought so.
But little leaves, those are all little leaf prints. In fact, that's a good idea, right?
Yeah, very good idea. That's even better invention than your hard drive bungee cord.
A hard drive bungee cord is really good.
I think the marijuana wallpaper is better.
Well, there's two. Write them down. You get 10%. Where is that?
Art Deco, that's beautiful. Wow. Look at that Deco building.
Is that Chicago? Chicago?
There is no doubt there is an organized gang distributing the narcotic to students, not only in my school, but all over the city. You government
All over
men
the
have
city.
got to find some way to put an end to it. Of course, I
Why
agree
do
with
they
you, Dr.
want
Carroll.
to have narcotics?
But
Why
do you
some
realize
people
that
want
marijuana is not like other forms of dope? You see, it grows wild in almost every state in the Union. Therefore, there is practically no interstate commerce in the drug. As a result, the government's hands are tied. And frankly, the only sure cure is a widespread campaign in education. Oh, it's all right to talk about education, Mr. Wyatt, but we educators can't do anything until the public is sufficiently aroused. Let me show you something. In 1930, the records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets. All these devoted to marijuana records. Here is an example. A 16-year-old lad apprehended in the act of staging a holdup. 16 years old and a marijuana addict. Here is the most tragic case. Yes, I remember. Just a young boy. Under the influence of the drug, he killed his entire family with an axe. Then there is the most vicious type of case. Here, in Michigan, a young girl, 17 years old, a reefer smoker, taken in a raid in the company with 5 young men. Here is a particularly flagrant case. Yes, I remember. The newspapers made quite a play of it. In West Virginia, wasn't it? Yes. And there are hundreds of them coming up, new ones every day. I'd like to take these records, if I may. I feel they would be of invaluable assistance to me in combating the evil in my school. You're very welcome, Dr. Carroll.
So the marijuana caused that young man to kill his whole family,
Yeah.
not his mental illness.
There seems to be something wrong. What is it? You were always a fine student. You always had excellent grades. I guess the work is getting a little harder, Dr. Carroll. Now,
Grades are really important.
Bill, I'd like to help you. But of course I can't unless you let me. You're undermining your health. Well, there's nothing, Dr. Carroll. Really, there isn't.
When I lived in Holland, we didn't have grades in school. We had numbers. And if you didn't get enough numbers, you would just have to finish the class next time. We didn't shame you for getting a D or an F. You with us?
Looks like it froze, Jeff.
Yeah, I was just talking about when I was in Holland. We didn't have grades in school. We had numbers.
I heard you the first time.
Yeah, we had numbers, everybody. So roll a big one. We're on Weeds Day with Rod and Jeff. Hemp and Parade.
I'll study harder. Honest. Honest. If you were being honest with me and honest with yourself, I'm afraid you tell me an entirely different story. Bill, I'm going to ask you a straightforward question, and I'd like to have a straightforward answer. Yes, sir. Isn't it true that you have, perhaps unwillingly, acquired a certain harmful habit through association with certain undesirable people?
Prince, you had alcohol?
No, sir, I haven't, Dr. Carroll. Well, that is, you see, I'm worried about something at home.
All right, my boy. We'll just have to let it go at that. But remember, if you ever want to confide in me, no one will ever be the wiser.
Thank you, Dr. Carroll.
This is just the kind of guy I want to confide
Oh, yeah.
secrets in. He looks so safe to talk about.
Whoa, nice bra.
Hello, Mary. You want to play it back?
Thanks, Teddy, but I'm waiting for someone.
Well, if you're waiting for Bill, he hasn't been here for a week.
That looks like Prince setting a party.
I'm glad we're doing this. Nice colorizing.
Didn't take that new kid long to catch on.
Don't have any of them. Say, don't you ever get fed?
You're feeding me, can't you see?
He's got the munchies.
He's the pusher man.
Get it yourself.
He's the pusher man.
Get it yourself, she said.
He's acting so naturally. He's just how people act. Yes.
Yeah, but we don't know what kind of weed they have.
It's so wrong for two people to be kissing, isn't it?
Oh my God. And laughing. The menace.
Laughing and kissing.
The menace. The menace.
Terrible. Two young people kissing.
All induced by marijuana.
What's
And
happening?
now we have 33 states that are legal.
They're going straight to hell now. Yeah.
I know, I know.
It's just what people do, when they get high. They just pull each other's faces away. She's doing. Don't you do that when you get high? You just pull people, next person next to you, their face away from what they're doing. That's what,
Good morning,
That's what I
Miss
do when I
Whitman,
get
Police Department.
Good morning.
We're tracing a hit-and-run driver. Someone caught the license number at the place of the accident, but didn't get it quite right. So we're checking all numbers like it, and yours is one of them.
All numbers like it.
Remember what you did on the 29th of last month?
If they had Google Earth, they could find out exactly what happened.
I was there all afternoon.
Did you happen to loan your car to a couple of men?
No, I had the car all afternoon myself.
Well, thanks, miss. Sorry to have troubled you.
Tell me, was the person killed?
Fortunately, he wasn't, but that's still no excuse for hit-and-run driving.
And these guys are cops? Where's their badge?
lied to the
Has
cops.
Jimmy Lane been here today?
He was in. He went over to May's place. You know where that is.
Well, he was going to wait for me here, so he didn't Jimmy made the dress. Are you sure Jimmy didn't leave any message for me? Mary?
Oh, so he's cheating on her. Okay. So
No, I
that's the
didn't.
thing.
Uh-oh.
May
I
and
guess
him
you're
are making
okay.
out. He's supposed to be her
I'll write it down
boyfriend.
for you.
So yeah, so the marijuana made him unfaithful too.
Oh, I heard that. I heard there's a gene, an unfaithful gene in marijuana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ham pan parade, everybody.
THC for tea timing. Tea timing is what the T stands for in THC.
Too much hemp.
Come right in.
Is Jimmy here?
Well, why do you keep around somewhere?
Smoke a fatty.
Take Agnes home, but you'll be right back. Come in and sit down, Mary. And let me take your coat.
Now why isn't he laughing like he was before?
The new kid just came in.
They haven't rolled yet. It's daytime.
No. He was laughing wildly before, and now he's not laughing anymore.
Okay.
Things aren't funny anymore.
Oh, that gal that Ralph's gone overboard for. Funny, we've never been able to get her up here before. Hey, scram, will ya?
Scram,
The
will
thing that
ya?
makes this movie so annoying is that nobody acts actually normal in this. It's all just like so contrived, so like I mean, she's actually not a bad actress, this girl, and he's not. And they're not bad actors. It's just the writing is just so like unnatural. Ooh, purple smoke. That's nice.
Oh, did they colorize the smoke? I wasn't looking.
Okay.
Yeah, you think go back.
Are you sure
Just
Jimmy
go
will be
back
back
2
soon?
seconds.
Sure, any
You have to
minute.
see the smoke, Jeff. Go back. Wait, well, maybe she'll do it. Watch. Okay. No, it was really bright purple.
Oh, I saw when she was blowing out. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
I think that was done on purpose
Thanks.
by the colorized. I
Are
mean,
you
this
sure
was
Jimmy will be
colorized
back
in order to make
Sure,
it
any minute.
watchable.
That could have been some purple haze, though. Oh, look.
Exactly. I think that's what that's about. I mean, this was colorized to make it more watchable, obviously, because it would be virtually unwatchable. Oh, pink! Now it went pink. That's cute. Maybe the next one will be green. Okay, it's pink again. What is going on? Where is he?
She's waiting for Frankenstein, the monster.
Okay, I thought he was going to be.
No, she's waiting for Frankenstein. Remember Madeline Kahn?
I do remember.
She would look just like that, right? She said,
Frau Blucher.
yeah. I watched that the other night. Oh my God.
She's got the giggles. Yay. She's gonna cheat on him. She's gonna cheat with him now, see? He's just flying her now, getting her all high. So she loses her ability to.
Hey, what's the matter?
straight.
Am I an orphan?
Where do you
I think
put
alcohol is much
hollow
more.
leg?
This is a great holiday gift, everybody. We're on Weeds Day with the incredible original film Reefer Madness.
Mary.
So apparently, the rape is apparently also induced by marijuana. That's really interesting. Tough to watch.
Amazing.
Romeo.
If that's a hangover, that's way better than alcohol, throwing up and having a headache. What?
Oh no.
Marijuana made
No.
him do that? Wait, wait,
Well, this
wait, wait,
movie is
wait, wait, wait.
appropriately titled.
Wait, I got something for everybody. Hang on. I'm going in deep here. So
This movie is certainly madness.
I'm getting in deep here. Hang on. REEFER, because I got to keep on track here. But Reefer Madness. But I'm going to show you guys the trailer here. Watch movie.
1936. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Hayes Code. What year did the Hayes Code come in?
Okay, watch this. Oh, wait, stop. Hang on. That's not it. That's not it. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the trailer here. Okay, watch this, everybody. It'll tell you what's going on right now.
So 19. Okay, so 8 years before this movie was released.
At the local soda fountain, innocently they dance. Innocent of a new and deadly menace lurking behind closed doors. Marijuana, the burning weed with its roots in hell. In this film, you will see the ease with which this vicious plant can be grown in your neighbor's yard, rolled into harmless-looking cigarettes, hidden in an innocent shoe or watch case. In this startling film, you will see dopesters lure children to destruction.
We're going over to Joe's place. Why don't you come along? We have a date to play instead of doubles. Oh, you can play anytime. Come on, we'll have some laughs.
I prefer the colorized version.
Hey, I'll see you at dinner, Sid.
If you want a good smoke, try one of these.
You will meet Bill.
Even editors were good back then.
In his strong will, as he takes the first step toward enslavement.
Enslavement, debauchery.
Smoking the soul-destroying reefer, they find a moment's pleasure, but at a
Soul-destroying.
terrible price. Debauchery, violence, murder, suicide.
Really now. Really now.
And the ultimate end of the marijuana addict. Hopeless insanity.
Hopeless hilarity.
What was this marijuana laced with? I'd like to know.
Before it
Is
is
it
too
like
late.
maybe they're smoking PCP and they don't realize it?
Well, I think
Okay.
I think
I
that
think this is the problem. It was could be called PCP madness.
so I think that everybody knows better these days, and we have to even let looser, everybody. So
What's sad was that this movie scared a lot of people. It was produced in order to induce fear, obviously, in the culture.
that was the
And-
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that a lot of younger, maybe a lot of younger people, some of whom might be watching, your
Give him some
my
more.
Facebook thing here, Jeff.
Listen, you two.
They would not have known that this was
Why don't
so
you get out of here?
much a
Get out of here and forget you're
influence.
ever in here today.
Right, like the children that grew up with a computer with a mouse. We didn't grow up with a mouse. We didn't grow up with
Right.
cell phones, and
Well,
so
because this movie was so sensationalistic in its day, with the little bit of not nudity, but the racy stuff and all this violence and stuff, it probably got a lot of people in the movie theater, and this was part of the propaganda programming, that made a generation think that this was something that was evil and
well, this is the
making
propaganda,
stories.
of course. This
It was
is
a very effective. Obviously, it was an effective movie at one point. Clearly, not anymore. This movie has been made fun of for decades already. So clearly, it's been seen through. But I'm wondering. I don't really know, honestly, what at the time if it was as influential as we are worried that it was, or if it was actually ridiculed back then. Do we know?
Oh, I'm sure it was ridiculed by the people that are in the movie. I mean, they're writing the movie about. Let's keep watching so I can get to Seattle, everybody.
Okay. All right.
I'll handle this. I'll get going. Give it to me. Harry. Barry. Barry. What happened? You killed her.
Jeff, pause for a second. Just want to read something here on Wikipedia.
Okay.
It was originally financed by a church group under the title Tell Your Children. The film was intended to be shown to parents as a morality tale, attempting to teach them about the dangers of cannabis use. It is notable for being one of the few times in Hollywood where the generation gap between the lost generation and the greatest generation is portrayed. Soon after the film was shot, it was purchased by producer Dwayne Esper, who recut the film for distribution on the exploitation film circuit, exploiting vulgar interest while escaping censorship under the guise of moral guidance, beginning in 1938, 1939. The film was rediscovered in the early 1970s and gained new life as an unintentional satire among advocates of cannabis policy reform. Critics have called it one of the worst films ever made and has gained a cult following within cannabis culture. Today, it is in the public domain. So, reception and legacy. This is what I want to say. Reefer Madness is considered to be a cult god, right? Okay, right. The review aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes reported a 39% approval rating with an average rating of 4.4 out of 10. The Los Angeles Times has claimed that Reefer Madness was the first film that a generation embraced as the worst. So it really, I guess it wasn't that well accepted even back then. So it was produced by a church group who was creating propaganda. But anyway, that's interesting to read. If anybody wants to read more about it, you can go on Wikipedia and you can find out more about. Well, anyway, that says Reaper Madness.
We're at Weeds Day, everybody, and thanks for the wiki.
Look, after I scram, you call the cops. And this is your story. Remember it. These two kids came up here for a couple of beers. You were up in the kitchen, you heard the shot. When you got in here, that's what you found. Just stick to that story. Barry! Barry! Speak to me. Barry!
Debauchery.
So the colorized DVD release, and this is okay. I have to make a disclaimer. Neither Jeff Eichen nor myself, Rodimus Barat, are comedians, obviously. But the colorized DVD release, which we're watching, I guess, featured a comedic audio commentary by writer, comedian, and actor Michael J. Nelson of, guess what? Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Riff Tracks. Later, Michael D. So there is actually the DVD of this colorized version.
Thank God there are some humans that are in our camp, man, and that just, seek enlightenment. So everybody send letters to your prisoners this holiday. It is the holidays. We're rounding the corner to Christmas. We just had Hanukkah. I love you, everybody. I'm coming in for all our prisoners. I'm so happy to see some out, to have been in there. And everybody share this. It's going to be on. Hopefully they won't take it off because it's public domain and my Facebook, so you can watch it forever. Then I'll post it on some other venue, and just get in touch with me. Come over and have a bowl of cereal. Love you, everybody. Hemp Hemp Hooray. Happy holidays. Hempy holidays. And dress sharp, everybody. Everybody dress sharp.
Okay. I was just talking to a friend of mine. A cop. Sergeant on the homicide squad. Guy you hit that day died. Died? You didn't? No. I didn't crack. I'm not going to. Nobody will ever know you were driving that car. Thanks, Jack. That's as long as you keep your mouth shut that you were ever up in May's apartment. Why, sure, Jack, sure.
The music.
Your Honor, I'd like to recall Dr. Alfred Carroll to the stand. Call Dr. Alfred Carroll to the stand. Dr. Carroll, as principal of the Lakeside High School, did you, during the last 3 months, notice any changes in the demeanor and attitude of your student, William Hopper? Yes, in a number of things. For example, at times disassociation of ideas. In another instance, I happened to attend the recent interscholastic tennis matches. And while Bill Harper had been considered an exceedingly good player, I saw him miss the ball by as much as 3 or 4 feet. This, I understand, could be attributed to the use of marijuana. It causes errors in time and space. Objection, Your Honor. The witness has been qualified to express opinions upon the effect of narcotics. Sustained. Dr. Carroll has been called merely as a character witness. Well, then, although you didn't know to your own knowledge that the defendant was using marijuana, did you notice any changes that would lead you to believe, as an educator, that he was under some severe mental strain, which might possibly have been induced by some drug? Yes, I recall distinctly a few weeks ago. It was during a class of English literature. There was a serious discussion of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, when he suddenly burst into an uncontrollable fit of hysterical laughter. Oh, by the way, Dr. Carroll, 6 months ago, what would have been your opinion regarding the character of my client? He was a fine, upstanding American boy, a good scholar, a good athlete, and representative of the caliber of young men we are proud to graduate from our school.
Oh, snap out of it, will you? It's not our fault. Why'd I ever bring him up there anyway? He's just a kid. I can't hang him.
Shut up, shut up!
Why don't you
Hey,
let
Joe.
yourself go?
Yeah.
Talk.
Here's what I can't understand. I can't understand why this movie has become popular amongst pro-cannabis people, because it was already documented, well documented, that it's one of the worst movies ever made. It's really hard to watch. So I'm trying to understand. I mean, it's not funny, it's not interesting in any way to me, I'm sorry. But I just don't understand why it's become so popular. I mean, because
Well,
of the cliches.
because it's saying the debauchery, and you saw the trailer, so let's.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost unwatchable to me as a movie. So
Well,
I'm just
that's
wondering.
the evolution of movies, or maybe the opposition of Pod. They were stoned anyways, and they couldn't make a movie, very good one. Because
No,
37 was Gone with the Wind and
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
church group who made this movie, a church group. So,
Right. They had a budget of like $4, $4.20.
Oh, no, this movie, no, this is a fairly well put together film as far as the.
They had $420, $420.
No. They spent some dough on this movie. There's a lot of sets and costumes, and no, this was not a low budget film.
Well, let's keep rolling, because I'm going to Seattle still.
Compared to Gone with the Wind, for sure.
Right.
That way too.
I wonder what the budget on Gone with the Wind. Look that up.
His own fault, wasn't it?
I don't know what the budget on this one was.
They've got it hidden out
Oh,
of the
yeah.
picture. The cops can't find it.
Look, the lady dressed in black.
You're going to stay here as long as we have to keep those two out there undercover. Until the trial's over. The boss gets a better idea.
But they're getting on my nerves.
It can't last much longer. Not worried about her. We got to keep him gagged.
He's about ready to crack.
All you got to do is keep him from having too many reefers.
Okay,
Any day now, that
this
punk
had
will
some
come.
interesting titles. When it was released in different parts of the country under different names. So we heard one of the titles already, Tell Your Children. It was also known as Doped Youth. And my favorite is The Burning Question.
Oh, the
Anyway, but yeah, so this is like Four Wall. They called Four Wall, where they took the film, tried to make money in different parts of the country with different names depending on, and it was really considered the exploitation circuit. So here's the funny thing about this film: originally intended as a way as propaganda, but it wasn't effectively marketable as a propaganda movie. So they literally had to release it as an exploitation film, like a really racy, like a horror movie, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah. So it's
dig it.
Cannabis exploitation.
Okay, we're gonna actually move forward so I can get through this movie here. So we're gonna go boom. Here we go.
Give me the creek.
Hey,
What do you want?
bring me some reefers.
I need some reefer. Is that how it goes in your house, everybody?
This film was made the same year that a marijuana tax was introduced.
Right.
Marijuana sales tax of 1937.
Of course, we know that. We know that on Weeds Day. And that's why we're showing this film, because it was a propaganda against marijuana that put all of our prisoners in jail. So come home, prisoners. We're going to end prohibition. We are committed at Weeds Day.
Fudge, they're going to Hayden.
Oh, come on. Get a hold of yourself. Here you are. And quit that crazy laughing.
Where's Jack? I want to get out of here.
They'll pick you up and hang you if you don't pipe down.
I want to see Jack. Jack. I want to see Jack. Jack.
You better quiet him. I can't do anything with him.
The purple smoke again. You still with us, Rod?
I've got to see Jack.
You still with us, Rod? Did we lose Rod?
I'm here, Jeffy. I'm here, Jeffy.
Oh, great. Okay. Hey.
He'll be here. Don't worry. He'll be here in a little while.
I've got to see him. I've got to see
him. Play some music. Here comes the guy.
I know what you want. You want to kill me. You're crazy. Take it easy, kid. I just want to talk to you.
Hurry. There's a cannibal fight going on. Yes. Apartment 32.
Makes me wonder, what did the director tell her? What was the screen direction the director gave this one?
The echo was good. The echo chamber. There's Elton John's piano. Look at Elton John's piano.
No, that's Liberace's piano.
Oh, that's Liberace's. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There's no candelabra.
Right, their guns are in their regular pockets. They just put them in the pockets. I tell you, it all was because of the evil weed, everybody. We're coming for you, all the rest of the prisoners in jail. Don't worry.
Oh, how are you doing, Jack? Sorry. Are you ready to tell what you know?
Double vision, double vision.
If we can gain some measure of leniency for my client, she is prepared to enter a plea of guilty and, in addition, turn state's evidence in the case of William Harper.
I regret that this court is not prepared to bargain with justice.
I'll tell anyway. I was there. I saw it. I know who killed Mary. And I'll tell you who killed Mary Lane. It wasn't Bill. It was Jack. Jack Perry. He shot Mary, and then he put the gun in Bill's hand. We were all at the apartment one afternoon, and Mary came in looking for her brother. Bill and I, we'd been in another room. And Bill came in. He caught Ralph with Mary, and they started to fight. But it was Jack who had the gun. He was going to hit Bill over the head with it to make him stop. And then the gun went off. I saw it. I can see it now. It was horrible. And before we knew it, Mary was dead. But you see, Judge, Bill didn't know he hadn't killed Mary. He was so doped up, they made him think he had. Ralph wanted to tell you, too. Oh, if they'd only let him. But this is the truth, Judge. I'm telling you the truth. After Jack saw the Perry was dead, he put the gun in Bill's hand. It was Jack's fault. And it was my fault, too. I got all of them to come up to the apartment. I'm just as much to blame. I am.
Do I understand you wish to plead
Marijuana
guilty
had
to a
nothing
charge
to
of
do with
fostering
it.
moral delinquency in the case of William Harper?
Moral delinquency.
I'm guilty. I am.
Prepare a statement for signature, and also an order setting aside the jury's verdict in the case of the people versus William Harper. In the interests of justice, I shall direct the verdict of not guilty.
Not guilty is good. We want to bring you home, everybody. Happy holidays, everybody, from Weeds Day. I'm on my way to Seattle in just a few, and I'm happy to have a holiday movie, even though it's a bummer.
And I wish I was a comedian because I could have made this much more interesting for people who are spending some time with us today. So I'm sorry I'm not.
You shall be brought into court.
I can be funny
Thursday.
sometimes.
You're a poet, and your feet are Longfellows.
Meanwhile, you will be held as a material witness in the case of the people versus Ralph Wiley.
You know, if these guys all lit up a joint, I think they would be happier.
Oh, totally.
They seem rather unhappy, that group of guys there.
We got the good ending music, everybody. We're rolling along here. Just do right, everybody. Have a great holidays. Don't get in jail.
Yeah, kids, don't play with guns, kids.
See, that's one way of avoiding jail time.
We've come in the hearings before this court today.
Yeah.
They gave her a good deal. Why did she jump out the window?
She wanted to avoid jail.
To what I hope will be the final actions revolving about an unhappy and unfortunate case, one whose horrible tragedy will forever remain with me. I am happy to have been enabled, before it was too late, to order the verdict of the jury in the case of the people versus William Harper to be set aside. But, young man, Although this court is convinced that to declare you guilty would have been a gross miscarriage of justice, we cannot condone your acts. And we can express only the hope that your experiences may not alone keep you, but thousands of others from the vicious pitfalls of marijuana. Thus, I am ordering you to remain in this court during the next case, so that you will be obliged to witness what you yourself so narrowly escaped. Call the case
Are we
of
gonna be
people
obliged to
versus
witness it
Ralph
too?
Wiley.
I hope not. Here she comes.
Gosh,
Okay.
we'd be obliged to witness this.
Right, but I'm gonna fast forward.
Please
it.
go to Seattle, Jeff, please.
I'm getting ready. Here we go.
Jeff, go to Seattle.
Lies from the truth. Because
Oh,
it is
no, I
only
can't
through
stand this guy.
knowledge
No.
that we
Okay,
can
that's enough.
safely
Enough of
protect.
this guy. No,
Failing this,
no.
the next tragedy may be that of your daughter,
He's
or your
just
son,
appealing.
or
This-
your
So appealing.
This guy is talking about what we're loving. Tell your children.
Children.
Tell your
Oh,
children.
this guy. Okie dokie. Original creative concept. Ay, ay, ay.
Okay, everybody, we're going to come back. Rod and I are going to come back, and I got a few minutes before I have to leave to go to Seattle. You know, life, you should be relaxed, everybody, and know that tomorrow's a new day. And you know, whenever you feel anxiety, I heard PTSD. There's a receptor that takes cannabinoids, which is in the marijuana plant, and I'm not condoning it because I'm on live TV around the world. I can only say by testimonials, everybody. So I'm testimonializing myself that there is, if you feel anxiety, why not, you know, give it a try, but I'm not prescribing it. I'm saying that they've found in Israel, they do the greatest research. In Colorado, they have a school that does research. There's hemp plastic now. There's everything that they're researching, including the medicine. So be mindful, everybody, this holiday season. Stay with your friends. I'm glad that Rodimus is my buddy and friend for life. And we're going to see everybody through everything. Whether you're in jail in your mind or in jail, know that freedom is a spiritual thing and that you can find your way. And if you watched last week's episode, we talked about becoming the embryo again in Stanley Kubrick's movie. And Rodimus said, what did you say about that embryo? The evolved embryo. So I remember because I cut the movie again, and I did a really great edit, and I'll send it to you. So I'm off to Seattle, everybody. It's been a great holiday show. Do you have anything to wrap up and say about that experience?
Which one?
The movie that we just
Oh,
watched.
the movie. Well, you know, it's like I really think that even that its relevance, even as something to be laughed at, may be fading. I think that it might have served a purpose when it was illegal in a lot of places, but
Right.
to sort of laugh. But I don't really. Honestly, I tried to see the relevance of it even as entertainment today, and I personally didn't find it. But that's just me, you know.
Have you ever watched it before?
I've only seen scenes from it. I've never
Yeah,
watched the
yeah,
whole
me
thing.
too, me too. That's why I've showed the trailer and everybody. So everybody, share this
But
with
here's the thing. No, wait. I do want to say.
Okay.
We have come a long way. That's all I want to say. We've come a long way to the point where I think this film has no relevance except as a historical value to see where some people's attitudes were in the 30s. Clearly, though, I think that the plant has been naturally appealing to people throughout time, and that no matter what we do, it's only going to be a temporary thing to keep the plant from continuing to exist and be available to us. It was available less than 100 years ago for free, meaning that without any legal restrictions. and it's coming that way again. So it's just been a dark period, and that period is hopefully coming to a close soon. It's already obviously changing, but we've got to get those people out of jail, because if you can imagine, I mean, just put yourself in the person who's incarcerated's shoes. They're sitting in a jail cell for something that other people are able to go and buy at a store
for nonviolence.
So anyway, it's a tough moment, and the suffering that the families are experiencing of all the people who are incarcerated. I mean, it's just a huge, really dark spot on our conscience as America, and I really think that needs to be healed. So let's heal it.
So maybe next time we'll play Ted and Bill's Great Adventure, you know? And we'll have maybe another movie before the first of the year. I'm enjoying Movie Hour with Rodimus. So he's my film buff friend, and all the way in France. And I know it's illegal in France. So let's dance.
Although CBD is not.
Okay.
CBD stores.
Okay.
Oh,
fantastic. Well, they're inching. The planet is inching. You know, in Portugal, they decriminalized all non-pharmaceuticals. So see what you can do. Don't boohoo the other side. Try to get together, have conversations in life. Don't not talk political to your friends, but keep your bullshit to yourself, everybody. This is Jeff Eichen.
Build bridges.
Build bridges.
Don't make fires. Build bridges.
This is Jeff Eichen with Weeds Day, and I'm going to share our screen and roll out of here to Seattle. So here comes share screen, Baba Bing, and at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. It's Weeds Day with Jeff Eichen, your host, and we are on IBM TV. We're not on IBM TV anymore. It's Pod TV, so take that into note. Our holiday letter drive, send your prisoner a letter. So tune in, and we'll tell you how to do that on Weeds Day, noon Pacific time. That's 12:00. Straight up. Turn the peace on. Happy holidays. With host Jeff Eichen and Grasshopper. Happy holidays, everybody. Be safe. I'm going to drive safe today. Try to stop my body, there's no use. It's the flame with the fire, she'll show you, make you feel like dancing, makes you feel like dancing. Just like the movie, everybody. Makes you feel like dancing. Thank you, Smokahontas. Pamela Maxwell. Okay, everybody, that is a wrap, and I will get to all of our incredible, let's see, science here. I got my, there we go. Okay. And Rodimus, thank you so much for joining us today. We love you madly and gladly, and we're done.
Thanks for having me.
We're totally done. We'll play later, and I'll go see Van Gogh, everybody. Love you, everybody. Peace out. Thank you, StreamYard. We had a great time today, and we can come out of the share screen. We had a great time today, StreamYard, and thank you, POD TV. Love you, Jeff Eichen, on way to Seattle.